What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Hustle with JesseW, and today I'm going to show you how to gain confidence as a trader. Check it out. All right, guys, now we're going to go ahead and jump into this video here today. And today I'm going to give you about 6 tips on how you can become a more confident trader. These tips will help you become more confident, or at least have the proper tools that can help you start to focus more on that confidence, because confidence is absolutely essential for traders. All right, so without any further delay, do me a quick favor. The price for admission is smashing that like button and subscribing to the channel if you haven't yet. So go ahead and do that, and let's go ahead and jump into the video. So how to build confidence as a trader. Okay, the very first thing you want to do as a beginner trader to build your confidence is go through education. Go through proper day trading education, meaning some sort of curriculum, some sort of step-by-step guide. You know, on YouTube, I have a free playlist for new traders. So that's something that one can use, especially if they're on a tight budget and they cannot afford a course at the time. The only thing that I would ever say to someone like that is, if you can't afford to go through a course, if you can't afford to pay, let's say, $800-900 for yearly access to a room that has courses and has one-on-one mentorship and stuff like that, if you can't afford that, then you really shouldn't be out there trading $800, $1,000 of live money, because you're not equipped yet. You don't grab a high school pitcher, right, that's like a junior, and put him up to pitch against an MLB player. You don't do that. Why? It's gonna get rocked. It's gonna get rocked, right? So you, as a brand new trader with your small account and no education on trading, you wouldn't step up there and fight against experienced traders like me, like people in my group, like hedge funds out there, right? Like Wall Street. You're not going to get up there and fight with us, right? Why would you? That's a silly battle. You want to make sure that you're trained up before your battle. Guys, real quick, next week, December 20th through the 23rd, for those 4 days, we're going to be doing giveaways in the Discord. But you got to be in the Discord, so go ahead and click the link below and join us there. We're going to be doing watches, NFTs, free trading scanners. Okay, we're going to be doing a bunch of different gifts, including tablets. So come on over and join us in the Discord. So I would always venture to say that someone that is starting out, the very first step in how to gain confidence is having understanding. Picture this, you're back in your school days, high school, college. Guys, also remember, you can join us in the Discord for free, link in the description and comment section below. And you have a test coming up, a final exam, and you don't study for it at all. You just, piece together everything you learned throughout the year, kind of like somebody pieces a bunch of videos on YouTube, and then they sit down and they go to try to take that test. Do you feel confident? No, right? You have no confidence in that you're going to be able to pass that exam. You have no confidence sitting at that desk at the moment and passing that final exam, right? You don't. Now, if you've studied months ahead of time, weeks ahead of time of that exam, if you have the books, if you have the notes and you're studying and you sit there, right, and it's time to take that exam, you have confidence. You might not bat 100, but you will be confident in that you have the material, you have the know-how, you have the experience, you have the knowledge, the wisdom, and how to attack that test at that moment. Well, the same holds true for trading. Every once in a while, I get messages from people I know and I don't know. Hey, Jesse, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? And I'm like, have you ever traded before? No. What are you doing then? What are you doing? Would you go into the octagon and fight, whoever the UFC champion is right now in the middleweight or the heavyweight? Would you fight that person without knowing even how to throw a punch? Really? The average person doesn't know how to throw a punch. The average person doesn't know how to get into a real fighting stance and protect their face, protect their sides. They don't know. The average person doesn't know that. The only people who would know that is people who have gone through some sort of training. Right? You have people out here who get up there and start trading, and they don't even know what a conditional order is, let alone how to properly trade. So the very first step I always say to everyone, in order to get confidence, is go through some sort of education. Passing quizzes, going through exams, part of that education, right? It's not just, absorb all this information. No, test yourself, see if you retained it. Go through quizzes, go through exams, okay? That's why we have in our courses, we have quizzes and we have exams. It's for that purpose. And you have to pass them by with 70% or more. So it's for that purpose, so you can test yourself and have confidence. When you go through a chapter, when you go through a book, when you go through a video, when you go through a course and you don't have a final exam at the end or some sort of quizzes throughout, how would you know whether or not you've retained the information? You'd have to try to quiz your own self. So go through quizzes, go through tests, see if you've retained the information. If you're going through free stuff on YouTube, jot notes down, have somebody or yourself write up an exam and then go through it. Put the work in, trade in a simulator. Why? If you're brand new to trading, and when I say brand new, I mean you're not consistently profitable, you've only been trading maybe for a year or two or less, and you haven't proven to be profitable, go through a simulator, trade in a simulator. Simulator is there to allow you to make mistakes without hurting your finances. Let's say you have $20,000 in the bank and you say, you know what, I'm going to start trading with $5,000. You're doing those $5,000 a huge disfavor if you don't go through this process, because you're just going to give it away to people like me who know how to trade. It's best to get educated, go through trading in the simulator, make your mistakes in the simulator. I've seen it happen to people. And thankfully in the simulator, they open and close positions, they forget to close one, right? They thought they closed it. The next day they open up their simulator account and it's blowing up. Imagine if that happened to you in a real live trading account with margin. The simulator is the place for you to learn and get confident. You do get confident in the simulator so as long as you trade the simulator and you treat the simulator as if it were a real account. Meaning you don't trade a $200,000 balance in a simulator if your future trading account isn't going to have a $200,000 balance. If your future trading account is going to have $5,000, then you trade that simulator as if it were $5,000 and you manage that risk according to that. Okay? You want to make sure you do that. You want to take it serious and you want to put the pressure on yourself in the simulator saying, hey, I can't trade real money until I graduate. I graduate from this simulator. That's how you put emotions in the simulator. People say simulators are emotionless. No, they're not. They're not. You can put emotions in the simulator if you're disciplined enough. Go through courses, go through quizzes, trade in the simulator. And then when you start to graduate from the simulator, because you've proven to be profitable for X amount of time, at least 3 months to 6 preferably, on the simulator, then go ahead and start trading real money, but small amounts. Because now the emotions are a little bit more amplified and you want to make sure that you can build now confidence with live money. If you make 50 bucks in the day, that's great. You know, that's great. It might not move your net worth anywhere, right? But if you make 50 bucks a day on average, when you're trading in that small account, okay, that $2,000 account, $5,000 account, you're like, damn, you know, you're starting to get that confidence. You're starting to feel like you're confident. Like, you know, okay, it's not a big deal. I lost 2 trades today and I lost $100. It's okay. Tomorrow I can make back half of it fairly easily. Today was a bad day. I lost 100. Tomorrow I can make back half of it fairly easily if I get a good trade. Today was a normal red day for you in that small account and you lost 30 bucks. It's no biggie. Tomorrow you know that if your first day your first trade of the day is correct, you should make at least 50 bucks according to your risk reward parameters and your profit factor, correct? If so, then you know you're up now 25. That's how you build confidence. You start stepping into the day each day knowing that you know what setups look like, you know how to use your platform, you know you have the discipline and the plans to what? Remain profitable. So you step into your day, you sit at your platform confident, knowing that you have the knowledge, the experience, and the wisdom like you did when you took those college exams, when you studied for weeks prior to the exam, okay? So trade small, journal your performance. You want to journal your performance because if you're already starting to show that you're consistently profitable or obtaining it or getting close to it, right? When you go and have a red day or a couple of red days, you can go back into your journal and look at your data and see, okay, well, what do I look like? Am I profitable? What are the setups, the time of days that I trade the best? You know, what are the days I trade the best? Look at the big picture, zoom out. And when you zoom out, you start to notice, oh, couple red days, no big deal. I've only had 2 red days. Look, for me, for example, in the last 10 trading days, I've only had 2 red days. When you look at it that way, you're like, oh, I can step into the day confident. This is why it's important to journal your trades. And then lastly, you want to focus on the setups that make you money, that you know you trade with confidence. No setup is going to be right 100% of the time. If that were the case, then you'd have the world's first trillionaire out there, your first trillionaire trader. And that doesn't exist. So you want to focus on the setups that make you money more often than not. because those are the high probability setups you want to be focused in. All right. These are all steps that can help you gain confidence as a new trader. And notice how they go from very, very, very basic, right, as time progresses and you grow as a trader, to where they start to actually become steps that you would take as a consistently profitable trader. All right, guys. Well, that's it for me today. I hope that you enjoyed this and you learned something. If you did, smash the like button for me. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Hit the notification bell so you're alerted when I go live. And when I upload my next video, remember to check out the links to the free Discord and Trade Ideas coupon code down below. And I'll catch you on the next one. You have no confidence in... My kid